Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Di and today I am sharing with you my May manga haul. As you can see, stack is kind of large. I did a little bit of shopping for the Manga Pride readathon, which is happening right now. So you can see my manga shopping kind of trip in my Thesis 19 diaries. I will link that down in the description box below so you can see exactly what I picked up during that trip. But yeah, there's a lot. I'm probably going to be very short and concise with synopsis if I give any. So let's just get into it because this stack is tottering. So right off the top here, I have volume 2 of the light novel of Grand Master of Demonic Cultivation by MXTX. So this is published by 7 Seas, rated older teen, and I believe that is a supernatural mystery. So I do need to get into my light novels. I am trying to plan to do that probably in November, just so that you know. So yes, definitely want to get to my light novels as I've been collecting a lot of them and have not been reading them. Next up off the top here, I have volume 1 of Phantom of the Idol. This one is by Hijiki Isoflavone. I think that's how you pronounce it. This one's published by Kodansha, rated older teen. I do not know what this one's about. It says now in anime. I know when I read the synopsis, it sounded interesting. It says this phantom's a cutie. It follows an idol who meets a girl backstage. All she wants from life is to perform, but she's been dead for a year. So looking forward to that one. Next up, I have volume 5 of Mireruko-chan by Tomoki Izumi, published by Yen Press, rated older teen. I read 3 volumes of this for the Haunted manga readathon in October. Really enjoyed this one. It's about a girl who has the ability to see spirits, and as we get further into the series, like volumes 2 and 3, she ends up meeting another person who is able to see the spirits. She's starting to hone her abilities. So I'm really looking forward to continuing that series. I'm eventually going to watch the anime of that one as well. I finished off Yoshi no Zurikara. The frog in the well does not know the ocean. I don't know how I missed this one. This one is by Satsuki Yoshino, published by Yen Press, rated teen. I wanted to finish completing the series because I only had that one volume left. And I apparently missed when it came out, so I definitely wanted to pick that one up so that I can read the series. Next here I have Adachi and Shimamura volume 1. This is the novel version. Written by Hitoma Iruma, illustrated by Non. This one's published by 7 Seas, rated teen, and this is a Yuri. My daughter was very interested in that one. Not quite sure why she opted for the light novel instead of the manga, but that's where we're at with that. I'll be happy to read that one. Next up, I've got Spy Classroom, Volume 3, To Forget is a Net. This one's by Takemachi, illustration by Tomari, published by Yen On, rated teen. No, older teen, ages 16 and up. This is a series I'm really looking forward to getting into. It's one of the light novels that I am really looking forward to. It's like on the top of my list of the light novels that I've been collecting, because mysteries is just kind of my thing, and I think this is going to hit that spot. So I'm really looking forward to getting into that one. Next up is another one I picked up for the Manga Pride readathon, and this one is I'm Looking for Serious Love. This is by Shoko Rakuta, published by Tokyo Pop, rated mature. I am actually going to be buddy reading this one with Bizarre Individual sometime this month, and I'm looking forward to it. It is a BL. Next up, you know, if you watched my Monochrome Manga Club series First Impressions video for the month of May, that we read the volume 1 of A Man and His Cat, and I enjoyed it so much that I picked up the next 4 volumes. So I've got volume 2, volume 3, volume 4, and volume 5. These are by Umi Sakurai, published by Square Enix Manga, rated all ages. This one follows a man who decides to adopt a cat, and this cat has been at the pet shop for a while, constantly getting overlooked, and even though his price has been slashed, nobody wants him until this man comes and adopts him, and it follows their journey, enhancing each other's lives by being a part of it. So I am looking forward to experiencing more of the series, learning more about the man and his family, and seeing what adventures the man and his cat go on, and continue to enjoy the interactions. I'm kind of upset because you can see that it's got volume 2, 3, and 4, and then volume 5 doesn't have the little kitty here. So that's upsetting, but I think I'm really going to enjoy those. I'm hoping to get to those sometime soon, but it's definitely not going to be the month of June because I am reading Pride manga this month. Next up, I've got Cat Plus Gamer, Volume 1. This is by Wataru Nadatani, published by Dark Horse. And Dark Horse does not put their age ratings on the back of their manga, so I do not know what the age rating is, but this one is about an office worker who has an obsession for video games and finds her quiet life upended when she takes in a stray cat. I had heard about this one shortly before I went to the Barnes & Noble for the manga club meeting. In fact, I think it might have been that day or the day before. I added it to my want to read list, and then I saw it in store, and I think it was on the shelves a little bit early because I don't think it was supposed to come out until the week after, but it was there. I decided to pick it up. I'm looking forward to this one. Another one I picked up for the Manga Pride Readathon is The Girl I Want Is So Handsome, the complete manga collection, story and art by Yuama. This one's published by 7 Seas, rated teen. This is a Yuri comedy about a hyper first-year student and the hot girl jock she's crushing on. So I'm looking forward to that one. And it's nice that that's all together in one volume and it's a complete collection. Next up, I've got one I'm curious about. This is Colorless, Volume 1, story and art by Kent, published by 7 Seas, rated teen. This one is quite heavy. It is black and white, but it just feels a lot heavier. It says this: a stylish noir punk thriller set in a world stripped of both color and humanity. I love my my mysteries and thrillers, so I'm looking forward to that one. I've got 2 volumes of Young Ladies Don't Play Fighting Games, so I've got Volume 1 and Volume 2. This one has story and art by Eri Ijima, published by 7 Seas, rated teen. It says, forbidden love for video games. These girls go to a girls' academy, and I believe they're eventually going to be a romance between the 2 girls. So I'm looking forward to that one. I've got volume 16 of Servamp, a story and art by Strike Tanaka, published by 7 Seas, rated teen. This is a series we have been collecting. It is a series my daughter absolutely loves. She is up to date, I think, except for this one. She's been very good about waiting until I've done my manga haul to read this. So, yes, she absolutely loves this one. This follows a guy who picks up a stray cat. Cat ends up not being a cat, but a vampire, and then his life gets turned upside down. So, I really enjoyed Volume 1. We read that for Manga Club. I'll go ahead and link my series first impressions video for that down in the description box below in case you're interested in hearing what I thought. But I also watched the anime with my daughter, and I really enjoyed that as well. So I don't doubt that I'm going to enjoy the rest of the manga also. Next up, I have another one that I picked up for Manga Pride Readathon. That is This Wonderful Season with You. This one is by Asuko Yusen, published by Tokyo Pop, rated mature. This is a BL romance between a jock and a nerd. That's all I know. I will be reading this one with Bizarre Individual as well this month, so I'm looking forward to that. We just finished reading Deko Boko Sugar Days, I think. I borrowed that one from Hoopla. Just a side note, if you have Hoopla through your library, definitely check to see if they're offering comics on that platform for you, because I know for myself, a lot of the Tokyo Pop manga is available for me to borrow with my Hoopla credits. And so I've been really enjoying that. And so, yes, I believe the mangaka of this wonderful season with you is also the mangaka for Dekoboko Sugar Days and Dekoboko Bittersweet Days. So I'm looking forward to reading this wonderful season with you. Next up, I have one that I picked up for this month's Manga Club meeting. We had to make a last minute change with the Manga Club titles for this month because we could not get in the titles that I had wanted. And so we decided on Whisper Me a Love Song, Volume 1. This one's by Eku Takashima, published by Kodansha, rated teen. This is about a girl who's never been in love, and then she sees one of her classmates do a rock band performance at the school and falls in love at first sight. She confesses to her senpai, the girl in the rock band, and the girl confesses back. And then she starts to wonder if their meanings of love differ, mean the same thing. So I'm really looking forward to this one. Like I said, we are reading it from Manga Club this month. So keep an eye out for a series first impressions video at the end of the month, towards the end of the month, sometime after the Manga Club meeting. So I would say probably the last week of this month. Looking forward to that one. Next up, I've got volume 13 of Carnival. This one has a parental advisory warning with explicit content. It is plastic wrapped. This one's published by Yen Press, rated mature. I absolutely love the covers on this series. It is not one that I am currently reading yet, but my daughter is. This one, I believe, she says, follows a guy who is part of an agency, and he and a partner is looking for another guy, and it turns out that guy is working for a different agency who does child and animal experiments. She says there's a bit of a supernatural element to it. I did watch the first episode of this anime, just in full transparency, several years ago, and I was really confused when I was watching it. But this is one of the titles I want to at least start this year because it did come up in my manga advent calendar, so I was supposed to have read it in December. Didn't have time to, but I'm definitely going to be diving in at least on the first volume sometime this year. My daughter really enjoys this series, and so we picked that one up to continue the series for her. Picked up the next light novel of The Haunted Bookstore, Gateway to a Parallel Universe. So this is number 3 by Shinobumaru. This one is published by 7 Seas, rated teen. This one is really thick. Of the light novels in the series so far, I think this is the thickest, but I could be mistaken. This is another one of those light novel series that is high on my list of ones that I want to jump in because of the nature of the story, with it being like a supernatural kind of feel. I think I might start this one in October. We will see. I do have a TBR game, if you didn't know, and so I will have to see if my rolls or picks for my TBR game will allow me to fit some of these in around that time. Next up, I've got volume 3 of Can't Stop Cursing You, art by Natsuko Uruma, original story by Kensuke Koba, published by Yen Press, rated older teen. This also feels really heavy. I'm not quite sure why, but this also feels like a thicker volume of the ones that are in the series so far. This one follows a curse breaker who's going after a curse killer. The feel of this series felt very much like Death Note to me. As you know, we are doing a series read of Death Note for the Monochrome Manga Club, and so reading this one around the time that we were reading Death Note gave me the same feel. They're very different, though. I do believe this is going to be more of an episodic thing, just based on how things went in the first volume. Have not continued this one yet, but I'm looking forward to doing so because I really, really enjoyed volume 1. So I decided to go ahead and continue collecting that one. Next up, another one that I am collecting until I pretty much have everything, and then I will read it. But I have no doubt that I'm going to enjoy it. This is Mao, Volume 5, story and art by Rumiko Takahashi, published by Viz, rated older teen. I believe this is a historical mystery. So right down my alley on the mystery side. Historical, not so much, but I do enjoy Inuyasha by the same mangaka, so at least the anime. I have not yet jumped into the manga, though I do have it. It's another long series, and I only want to do one long series at a time. And since we are in the middle of a Bleach read or watch along, don't want to be jumping into Inuyasha just yet. Next up, I have Volume 2 of Blackguard. This one's by Ryo Hanada, published by Kodansha, rated older teen. This is one that I am interested in, though I have not yet read Devil's Line. That is a series I have in its entirety. I have watched the first episode, I think just one episode of the anime, and was intrigued. So I'm looking forward to getting into that one. I'm also looking forward to getting into this one. It sounds interesting, but don't ask me what it's about just at this time because I don't quite remember. But collecting it while it's available and I can get my hands on it, and I have the means to do so because things are just disappearing very quickly. And you know, I'm seeing it firsthand because my mom works in a bookstore, and so just picking things for Manga Club and not being able to get it in for Club, even though we've put it in as a request months in advance, just don't want to let things slip through my fingers right now. So if I am able to do it and be financially responsible doing so, I am just going ahead and picking it up. Anyway, veered off topic again, as I always do, but next up I have Death Note short stories. This is story and art by Sugumi Oba, art by Takeshi Obata, published by Viz, rated older teen. This is a manga. It's got the French flaps. I don't want to open it up just in case. Oh, this is okay. So it's got French flaps. I am looking forward to diving into this because we will be finishing up Death Note this month. So that'll be fun. Yeah, I've watched the anime. We'll be completing the manga, my first read through of the manga this month, and then I'm looking forward to jumping into that one. I think it'll be interesting. Next up, I've got Volume 8 of Perfect World by Rie Aruga, published by Kodansha, rated older teen. I'm filling in a hole with this purchase because apparently, for whatever reason, I missed getting Volume 8. So I have that now. I'm looking forward to that one when I have all the volumes, because I think it's going to be one that I really enjoy, and so I want to have everything before I dive in. Next up, I've got a new one. This is Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible, Volume 1, story and art by Nene Yukimori, published by Viz. This one is rated older teen. This one says Junta Shiraishi blends into the background so much that even his classmates fail to spot him. But when Kubo sits next to him in their first year of high school, his non-existent social skills get a boost. So I thought that sounded cute. Definitely looking forward to that one, and the art style looks good as well. Filling in some more holes, I have Volume 10 and 13 of Takane and Hana. Story and art by Yuki Shiwasu, published by Viz, rated teen. This is an age gap romance that I've heard a lot of people talk about. I only needed volumes 10 and 13 to complete the series, so I am looking forward to jumping into this one sometime soon. That stack's getting kind of large, so I'm going to put those here. Next up, I have Volume 27 of Blue Exorcist by Kazue Kato, published by Viz, rated older teen. You know that we've been enjoying this series, and so I do need to go back and pick up the first through where we started collecting volumes. But we had started reading this from the library, and then when the world shut down, we weren't able to get any more volumes from the library, so I decided to go ahead and start purchasing it because we enjoyed the series that much and have been doing the same ever since. So I only have from the middle of this series to current. I believe this is the current volume. Just really enjoyed it. So I do need to go back and pick up the previous volumes, but absolutely enjoy that series, and I'm looking forward to having the whole series eventually. So last up, another series that we started reading at the library and loved it so much we are continuing to collect. and that is Black Butler. So I have volumes 25 and 26. This one is by Yana Toboso, published by Yan Press, rated older teen. This follows Ciel Phantom Hive, who makes a deal with one hell of a butler, trades his soul so he can get revenge on the people who killed his family. And really, really enjoyed this one. Looking forward to seeing what happens as the series continues. As this is the same story as with Blue Exorcist, where we started collecting in the middle of the series, and now I need to go back and collect the first several volumes, like half the series. But that's okay. I really enjoy both of those series, and so I don't mind doing so. And we'll be glad to have both of those in my collection. So that will finish my manga haul for the month of May. Let me know down in the comments below if you've picked any of these up and what you thought of them, but please no spoilers. Are you participating in the Manga Pride readathon? I'd love to know that as well. If nothing else, you would just like to let me know that you were here. If you could leave me some kind of blue emoji for Blue Exorcist, that would be greatly appreciated and would really help me out. And that will do it for me today. So I hope you're all doing great. I hope you're all safe and healthy. And until next time, take care and smile always. Bye!